Going into my second year as head coach, 7th year with the program, I'm just really excited to build on our growth from last year. So we've had a lot of graduating classes in the last couple of years. We're kind of, really finding our identity in the ODAC, and I'm really excited to see how we can build on last year's, but also kind of create our own for this year. Our evaluation so far is that we've made a lot of progress on the offensive side of the field. Our incoming class this year was very heavily defensive, so we had a lot of work to do on the offensive side of the ball, just field awareness, lacrosse IQ, and building off of that, we've seen a ton of changes from fall to now, seeing people really fill the roles that we need them to fill, and kind of showing some new skills there. Areas that we've seen positive growth from the fall to now is in a lot of our leadership. Our leaders are young, but they're really finding their roles and how they fill in and balance out our team. And coming into practice, they're really helping keep up our energy, helping guide us, throughout new drills as our upperclassmen and underclassmen kind of mesh together. Our areas where we want to work to get a little bit stronger this season is definitely in our stick work and conditioning. Those are two huge components of our game, so we're always going to continue to work with that. And again, just our offensive awareness, building on some of our defensive mindset, but opening up the offensive side of the field a little bit more. So stepping up in leadership roles this year is similar to last year, but we're seeing a little bit more ownership over their roles this year. So senior Portia Davis is definitely stepping into her own as a leader this year. Faith Boland continues to lead on and off the field. Shayla Romero is also figuring out her identity as a leader and doing a great job communicating with players on and off the field. Making the conference tournament in our first year was definitely a goal for us, but it started by staying focused game by game, and we're going to take the same approach going into this year. We want to build off of that excitement. It was very cool to be part of that, and a lot of hard work went into it, but this year the same thing applies, that we want to work hard every single game and just stay focused and present. 3 keys to the season are definitely going to be focus on what we can control. We're going to be throwing a couple of challenges, being in, again, second year in the ODAC, being a challenging conference, as well as some significant rule changes into this year. So just focusing on what we can control, staying present in the moment, and focusing on our energy. Our energy is going to be huge every time in practice, showing up, and in games. That's something that we just have to bring consistency every time. We have a big group of incomers this year, and they're meshing with the upperclassmen really well in terms of on the field. I think we're playing really well, developing chemistry pretty early on. It is hard when we're predominantly a younger group this year, but from that we're also seeing a lot of eagerness to learn new things coming out, getting extra work in the fall. We had freshmen coming out pretty much every off day to get some shots in, extra stick work, and that's something I think that is really great for our team and upperclassmen to see as well. Pretty significant rule changes this year in terms of some green cards on the field, so the game's just going to look a little bit different. You're going to see some 7v5 scenarios, a lot of man up, man down opportunities, less fouling hopefully throughout the midfield, so it's just going to look different on either side of the field, less settled situations where the teams are even on either side. Prepping for those new rules and going into the season, a lot of man up, man down scenarios, making sure that offense is prepared for handling pressure when they're man down. Man up scenarios, what we need to be looking for and how we need to be moving the ball a lot faster. And then also, again, just coming back to controlling what we can control. Can't control the officials, can't control the rules, but we can control our play and how we adapt to them.